This video is an overview of the IEL iPad policy. For additional information, please refer to the policy in its entirety. I will share how IEL Schools is providing students with an opportunity that will take learning beyond school walls. With the use of the iPad, learning can be more personal, allowing for student-created content, collaboration, and critical thinking. I will discuss how this form of learning can take place with the use of Apple IDs. I will talk about the process for receiving your iPad, iPad care and responsibilities, and form completion. For additional information, you may refer to the school district iPad policy, which will be in the student packets and on the district webpage. Students will use an Apple ID to gain access to school-managed apps, take notes in iBooks, enroll in iTunes U courses, use iCloud to access content on multiple devices, and stay up to date from anywhere, keeping documents, contacts, calendars, and photos current between home and school devices, and allowing backups to be automatic. In order for students to have access to these technology tools, they will be required to have an Apple ID. An Apple ID is used to download district free and paid apps from the App Store. Apple has established an Apple ID process for students under 13. In your packet, you will find Form 10.4 explaining the Apple ID. This form will need to be filled out by you, consenting that your child has been assigned a school email and Apple ID account to be used for academic purposes. This Apple ID will be associated with the student throughout their academic career. IEL Schools has assigned a specific iPad and Apple ID to each student. Through the use of an Apple ID, students will connect to the district management system to install apps. Parents should not associate a credit card or gift card with the student's Apple ID account. Students are responsible for the content on their iPads and should only have district-issued apps. The mobile device management server collects an inventory of installed apps on each iPad, allowing IT staff to see which apps are installed on which iPad. This could be used as an investigation tool for specific concerns. The App Store will be locked once the student receives district apps. Students should have no expectation of privacy for content on their iPads, just as they do not for their lockers and desks. The district reserves the right to inspect student iPads as it is IEL school district property. There are several steps that need to take place in order for the district to issue an Apple ID. Step 1, parents will need to complete Form 10.4 and provide a current parent-guardian email. If you do not have a current email or would prefer the district to complete the Apple ID process, you can sign the bottom portion of Form 10.4. By filling out this section, you are giving the district permission to start the process for setting up an Apple ID and consenting for you. Step 2. The district will enter parent emails and assigned student ID information into the mobile device management server and submit this information to Apple. Step 3. Apple will send a letter to your email address with your son or daughter's temporary password. Please read the information carefully. It will walk you through the steps for creating your son or daughter's Apple ID. If the district is verifying for the parent, the district will go through the verification process and send you a copy of the information. Do not attach a credit card or gift card to the Apple ID. All apps will be managed through the district server. The district will watch to verify the consent process has been completed. Step 5. Parents will receive a second email from Apple notifying you that your child's Apple ID has been created and you will need to give final verification. Please verify right away so we can start downloading apps to your child's device. Students will need to create an Apple ID password that they can remember. Keep it private by not sharing with other students. Keep records of passwords in secure locations. To help students when they need to enter Apple IDs in devices, parents can provide the district with a copy of password information to keep on file. In order to receive an iPad, parents need to participate in a district orientation. Students will be provided with additional training on device care and appropriate use. All forms need to be signed and returned to the district. A one-time non-refundable $50 deposit for the iPad protection plan must be met. The district recognizes that with the implementation of the iPad initiative, there's a need to protect the investment by both the district and the student parent. By participating in the one-time non-refundable protection plan, the $50 will fully cover the cost of one accidental iPad replacement as outlined in the district iPad plan. Examples are accidental damage, screen breakage, loss of key function. Parents will need to purchase this protection plan through the IL schools before your student is allowed to check out an iPad. After receiving devices, the district is expecting students to demonstrate responsible behavior, such as keeping the iPad charged and not plugging the device into another computer or USB port. Students will need to insert charging cables carefully into devices. Do not twist or roll cables over to reduce possible breakage. The iPad is supplied with the Griffin Survivor case. The case must remain on the iPad at all times. The student's iPad will come with one case and one charger. If for some reason an accessory needs replaced, the following costs will be incurred by the student family. These costs are not covered by the $50 iPad protection plan. All accessories must be purchased with the district, so appropriate chargers are issued to the district-owned devices. Fire hazards can be associated with generic or Apple look-alike products. Students will need to protect their iPad from water, extreme temperatures, unsupervised areas, stickers, and sharp objects. In addition, inappropriate media may not be used as a screensaver or background photo. Presence of guns, weapons, pornographic materials, inappropriate language, alcohol, drug, gang-related symbols, or pictures would result in disciplinary action. Although all devices are protected with the Griffin Survivor case, students will need to protect the screen from objects, pressure, leaning on the iPad, transporting incorrectly, bumping against objects, or stacking items on the device. The Technology Department, for the purpose of initializing and managing the device in a secure and organized fashion, will make provisions on all student iPads. Any attempts by students to circumvent any district-managed settings through software restoration or jailbreaking will result in the confiscation of the iPad and disciplinary action. If technical difficulties occur or illegal software, non-IL school installed apps are discovered, the iPad will be restored from backup. The school does not accept responsibility for the loss of any software or documents deleted due to a reformat and reimage. Students are expected to use computer devices in a responsible and ethical manner. Obey general school rules concerning behavior, communication, photos. Follow the district acceptable use policy. Students and parents can refer to the district iPad policy for additional expectations and responsibilities. As a student realizes they are missing their device, they need to demonstrate responsible behavior and let the district know. The sooner we can backtrack, the easier it is to locate the device. A good thing to remember is, if you don't have it, report it, so disciplinary action does not have to take place. Please report iPad damage immediately so replacement devices can be issued in a timely manner. Once again, refer to the district iPad policy in your packet or on the district website. Please complete the following forms in your student iPad packet and return them to your classroom teacher or the office so the Apple ID process can get started. I would like to thank you ahead of time for working with the district to provide your child with the technology tools necessary to enhance student learning. The focus of the iPad program within the ISLE schools is to provide tools and resources to the 21st century learner. The individual use of iPads is a way to empower students to maximize their full potential and to prepare them for college and the workplace.